these might be the only scales you will ever need in the history of the world ever. So when I was a kid, my best mate Brian, who was a drummer, he was learning the drums and I was learning how to play guitar. Now, his older brother Ian showed me these scales. Right, now Ian was a good guitarist and it was a gold. Me and Brian, we used to go get the bus to Newcastle city centre and go to Ian's flat, and it was a gold Les Paul he had, and it was obviously it was just glowing, you know. And I'm just learning. I'm like, wow, I'm on a gold Les Paul here. So Ian showed me these scales. Now they might have been the only scales Ian knew, but I'm glad he showed us them. I doubt it, like, because he was a good guitar player. There's more than these scales. There's blue scales. There's all sorts of scales. There's fish scales. Any sort of scales. There's scales for weighing stuff. But these scales that I'm going to show you, literally, when I was a little teenage rock star and I was recording albums, I was just using these scales. And I used these scales really all the way up until, you know, my middle age when I started. These scales, basically, they got me through everything. And I thought, well, it just seemed to work, you know. Even if it's blues, it's not really going out of tune or anything. So maybe it's the magic scales, I don't know. But certainly I had no problems playing these scales all the way through my early recording career, doing me heavy metal thrash stuff. And they just must have been magic scales. Now how I play is, because every time I do a song, if I'm doing cover versions and all the rest of it, I always have to change the key. If I'm creating a backing track, I always have to change the key to fit my voice. Because obviously, if you know, this is the thing, you see, you know, when you're doing versions of other people's songs, you've got all different singers, and they're all singing in different keys. Some of them are baritones, some of them are falsettos or whatever, you know. They're all different sort of levels of voice. So, you know, like Freddie Mercury's a lot of different singer to Hank Williams. So you have to fit songs to your voice, which is great. You just work that out. But then once you've done that, once you've moved the goalposts, these scales, the magic scales, all have to be worked to be moved about, and which is a bit, you know, all of a sudden you've got to think differently, and it can be difficult. But for me personally, I've been playing that long. I play by ear, so it doesn't matter what key. I mean, I did have to sharpen that up, like sort of 7-8 years ago when I first started doing a lot of me performing out live. I had to brush up, and now I don't even think about the scales. I literally, my brain's thinking like a millisecond ahead, so I pretty much know when there's going to be a bum note, and I avoid it. And I suppose I've probably never been a better guitarist than I am now, because I can simply just pick up the guitar and go anywhere I want, really, and not worry about hitting the wrong notes. But that comes with years and years of experience, really. But these scales that I'm going to show you right this very second, or will see you, well, no problem. Literally, especially if you're doing heavy rock, heavy metal, country, blues, literally everything, really. The first scale, where there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 or something like that. So this is G. I'm just going to do this on the camera and that, you know, because if people want to, you know, learn these scales, which is probably just, you know, normal, well-known scales, but you could always slow the video down and look. But anyway, here we go. This is from the. I always start from the G. So when I was a kid, Ian showed us that. I was like, okay then. So that'll come in handy when I come to my first album. A week later, back at Ian's. And this one's from here. I haven't played these for years because, like I say, I just play the guitar now. I don't even think about it. But obviously, there's other notes, other guitar swipe note as well. You could have put another note in there. Yeah, I probably could have, because I'm probably even forgetting the scales a little bit. Simplest version. Right, that's in the bag. That'll go on the album. Next one is from the B. Week later. Gonna be a rock star here. Last one. So they were the scales that I was showed when I was a young'un. And I didn't really have that many guitar lessons off Ian. I think maybe probably about 7 or something like that. And then I was just... literally the scales came when I first started learning. So I wasn't playing chords or anything for ages. I wanted to be straight in there. Now, I got so used to playing all these scales. They just fit with everything, you know. So you could be... It would fit with that, you know. It'd fit with... Let me see. So when I was a kid and I was starting to write, hey, them scales are working for the thrash. And that was it, you know. Nobody said, when I was a young'un, nobody ever said, oh, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Surely, you know, there should be other scales happening there and the solos and stuff. Well, because nothing was really going out at you. You know, it was just, you know, I really literally, I don't know if they're magic scales, but they certainly helped for me for many, many years. And I was lucky that I sort of missed that thing of having to, I mean, obviously I know me blues scales and minor scales and that as well, but I literally don't even think about them now. I don't need to. There's that gap of learning from the start to where I am now is where it's instant with me ear, you know. My brain is just instantly there, and you get to the point as well, you know, if there's a bum note here and there, who cares, you know. Doesn't matter, just adds to it, you know. And I think that's about it, basically. That was all played on my Heartwood guitar. My Heartwood guitar. I love this guitar. And that's a whole different video. So thanks for watching. And like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Thank you.